Duelist of the Autumn Crown by Drakey C. Chapter 3 versus Fluttershy. First duel. Twilight Drink versus Drink Fluttershy. Fluttershy pushed open the doors of the school.
Here we are.
Twilight followed her. A large open field with painted lines and tall steel poles at either end greeted her. It reminded her of a buckball stadium. She saw a couple of students sitting on the stands to the left.
Okay, this is good.
Fluttershy held out a hand for Twilight to stop while she kept walking. When she was about 20 feet away, she turned. Twilight looked at her dual desk and pressed the button to activate it. It lit up and folded out. Chink, chink!
Alright.
Fluttershy's voice came from a small speaker built into Twilight's dual desk.
I'll try to go easy. If you need me to explain something, just ask. Ready?
Twilight nodded. Yes. And don't go easy. If Sunset Shimmer is the school champion, I'll have to be good at this game to beat her.
If you say so.
Twilight saw Fluttershy press another button on her desk. Opponent detected. A digital voice from Twilight's dual disc said, streaming data. A picture with Fluttershy with her win-loss record appeared in a hologram over the desk. Twilight went to the display. 2 to 9. Duel mode set. Initiating. The hologram changed to a split screen. One half was Twilight's portrait with a numerical display of her life points, 4,000, and a small square displaying her duel field. The other half showed Fluttershy's field. Commence duel. A button on the device began to blink.
Okay, Twilight. Just press the button and we'll begin.
Twilight took a breath. It's just a card game. A children's card game. I can do this. So he reached down and pressed the button. Game start! Twilight's life points, 4,000. Fluttershy's life points, 4,000. The split screen flashed between Twilight and Fluttershy. Stopped displaying Fluttershy. Opponent takes first turn. Twilight's dual disc ejected 5 cards from the top for her opening hand. She picked them up. Here I go. Across the field, Twilight saw Fluttershy draw.
I summon Baby Raccoon Pomoko.
A large hologram emitted from Fluttershy's dual disc in a flash of rainbow light. Solidified into the image of a small raccoon banging on the drum strapped to his chest. Twilight gasped. That's the hologram technology the booklet mentioned? That's amazing! She saw a tooltip appear on the dual disc screen and tapped it. A hologram of Fluttershy's card projected above the desk, allowing Twilight to read statistics. Level 2, Earth Attribute, Beast Type. Attack points 800, Defense points 0. Twilight frowned. Doesn't seem too dangerous.
When Pomoko is summoned, I can activate his effect.
Fluttershy took her deck out of the desk.
I can select any level 2 beast type monster in my deck and summon it in a face down position. Ching!
She found her card and set it on the desk. On the field next to Pomoko, a large hologram of a face down card appeared.
I end my turn.
Fluttershy smiled.
Good luck.
Thanks. Twilight drew her card and looked at her hand. First things first. Summon a monster to attack and defend myself. But which one? She peered closer at her cards to read the text on the bomb. She smiled and lifted a hand from her hand. I summon Harmony Spirit Gracia! She set the card on the desk, and in front of her appeared an angelic fairy with butterfly wings and pale yellow skin and long pink hair. It spun its place and spread its arms out. Aw, card Fluttershy! Attack points 900. Defense points 1800. Here I come, Fluttershy! I enter my battle phase! Gracia attacks Pomoko! Gracia flew up and beat her wings harder. A gust of wind whipped across the field and flung Pomoko backwards. Fluttershy squeaked and raised her heart to defend herself as the hologram hit the ground and exploded. Twilight looked at her display. Fluttershy life points, 3,900. Gracia has 900 points. Pomoko has 800, so she loses 100 life points. Not much, but it's a start. Twilight raised her head to see Fluttershy, looking at where her monster's hologram had been thrown. Sorry, Fluttershy.
Don't be.
Came the response as Fluttershy turned back to her.
You want to win, right?
Yes, but you're my friend. I'm fine. Continue your turn. Okay. Twilight looked over her hand. Nothing seems too useful for now. I end my turn. She turned her focus back to Fluttershy. Your turn again. Fluttershy drew. She bit her lip.
Twilight, you said not to hold back, right?
Right. Twilight nodded. I have to learn how to play this game properly, so go all out. If I lose, I lose.
Okay.
Fluttershy put a hand on her face-down card.
I flip summon Baby Raccoon Tantan.
Another baby raccoon appeared in front of Fluttershy, banging the gongs on a large steel drum on his chest. Defense points 800.
Tantan's effect activates when foot's face up, letting me summon a level 2 beast-type monster from my deck.
Fluttershy fanned out her cards and held up one.
I summon Caldalosa, mystical beast of the forest.
Small white rabbit with a massive lead sprouting from its back appeared next to Tantan. Defense 1400.
When Caldalosa is summoned by the effect of a beast-type monster, its own effect activates. I can select and destroy one card on the field.
Fluttershy thrusts her hand at Twilight.
I choose your harmony spirit.
Twilight gasps, "Wait!" Fluttershy paused and lowered her hand slightly.
Yes?
Twilight looked at her hand. Hang on. She held up her one card and read its text. During either player's turn, you get to discard this card. Chain resolving in turn 9. Wait! Twilight screamed in a dismal voice. I'm not done reading my cards!
I'm sorry, I forgot. You have a time limit to respond to the opponent's play. It's a justice rule.
But I don't even... Chain resolving. Isn't this against the rules?
Flip the rules. I have cute animals. That is, if you want to.
Candalosa shuffled in place, and a storm of leaves fell off its back and flew across the field. Twilight jumped to action and spear-read the card in her hand. She grinned and slid into her dual disc. Shrink! A pale pink fairy with a mass of dark pink hair appeared in front of Gracia and held up his hands with a giggle. A field of energy came from them. Candalosa's leaves hit it and fell to the ground. Fluttershy blinked.
What was that?
Twilight let out a breath. When a Harmony Spirit on my field is targeted by a card effect, I can discard Harmony Spirit Resius from my hand to negate that effect. Twilight slid her card to the discard slot on her dual disc. Its image on the field fancying. An icon appeared on Twilight's screen and she tapped it. Gracia lit up with a yellow aura. But that's not all. When I discard a Harmony Spirit monster from my hand, the effect of Gracia on the field activates. For the rest of my turn, my Harmony Spirit monsters can't be destroyed by battle with enemy monsters. She smiled. Well, got through that.
I don't think that's gonna be enough.
Fluttershy lifted a card from her hand.
I summon Velarivon, mystical beast of the forest, from my hand.
A small deer with moss growing over its body skipped into place around Fluttershy, pressing into place next to Tauntaun and Candalosa.
I activate Velarivon's effect. Discard a card to revive a beast-type monster from my graveyard.
A card slid out from the discard slot as he slapped it onto her dual disc.
Return, Baby Raccoon Palmetto.
Fluttershy's first monster rose from a vortex that appeared next to Velarivon.
I'm not done yet. I activate a spell card. Big March of the Animals.
The field rumbled, and a bright green aura appeared over Fluttershy's monsters.
For the rest of the turn, all beast monsters I control gain 200 attack points, times the number of beast types I control. With 4 beasts in play, they each gain 800 points.
Fluttershy grabbed another card.
Finally, from my hand, I activate the Quick Spells card, Rust Frequency, to increase Tauntaun's attack by 700 for the rest of the turn.
Twilight gasped as the 4 monsters filled Fluttershy's field, growing larger as her card effects powered them up. Are we sure this is Fluttershy? She hissed, glancing down at Spike. You did tell her not to go easy on you.
Well, she could go a little easy. This is my first time. If monster can't be destroyed now, I can damage your life points by attacking it.
Fluttershy bit her lip.
Sorry.
So am I, Twilight groaned. Fluttershy swung her hand out.
All of my monsters, attack Garcia!
Palmetto, who now had 1,600 attack points, ran across the field and raked its tiny claws across Gracia. Gracia screamed and turned away. Velarivon, with attack points of 1,200, reached up and leapt up, landing and stomping on it hard. Tauntaun, with attack points of 1,500, reached it and slammed one of its gongs into Gracia. Finally, Candalosa, with attack points of 1,000, sent a barrage of leaves at it. Gracia collapsed to the ground. Fluttershy's monsters retreated to her side of the field. Twilight dared display and thought. 900, many used from 16, 12, and 15, and 1,000. By the time she finished her mental half, her dual disc had already counted down her new total. Well, think! 2,300.
I set one card and end my turn.
Fluttershy lowered her dual disc.
At this time, my spell effects end, and the attack points of my monsters return to normal.
Twilight shook her head. She said she wasn't very good, but she just took off half my life points with her second turn. Nice play, girlie! Twilight turned her head. The few students that had been sitting on the stands were now watching the duel, and one of them was cheering and pumping his fist at Fluttershy.
Sorry for that, Twilight.
Don't be. If they want to watch, let them. It's my turn. Twilight drew her card and looked at it. Shink! Okay, think. Twilight read her new card's effect. She smiled. This'll do. I summon Harmony Spirit Magnanimity! A pale white fairy with a spiral horn and curled purple hair rose on the field next to Gracia. 1200, 800. Time to think. Twilight tapped through the display on her duel disc. Viewed the holograms of Fluttershy's cards. She's got 4 monsters on the field, like it was nothing. Anything I'll destroy will be revived by Bellerophon. I could destroy it, but if she has a way to bring back or summon another copy, then I'm back to square one. I can't survive another turn like the last one. She made a face and looked up at Fluttershy's field. What's the plan? Spike asked. Get rid of her monsters and stop her from getting more.
Twilight? Who are you talking to?
Oh, myself, Twilight laughed awkwardly. Just, thinking aloud.
Oh, okay.
I'm just trying to think of a way to block, Twilight guessed. Of course. She looked down at her desk. Though, that's presuming I even have a card in here that could do it. She looked at her hand. I discard Harmony Spirit Honestas and activate its effect. Another fairy appeared on Twilight's field. This one, bright orange with pale yellow hair. It held out his hand and sent a pulse of light out. By discarding this card, I can look at all face-down cards on your side of the field. A wave of light reached Fluttershy's set card, and a ghostly image of it rippled to a place above it. Twilight looked at her display. Tsukuretsu armor. Destroys and targets an opponent attacking monster. She smiled. I can work with that. But first, since I just discarded a Harmony Spirit, the effect of Magnanimity activates, letting me draw a card. Twilight put her hand on her deck and drew. She looked at her card. Perfect! I set one card face down and activate the spell card Harmony Fruit! A glowing green and red fruit appeared next to Twilight and lit up. This lets me return 2 Harmony Spirits from the monsters from the graveyard to my hand. Rhesus and Honestus slid out of Twilight's graveyard, and she added them to her hand. Now, Gracia attacks Baby Raccoon Tantan, and Magnanimity attacks Calilosta. The 2 fairies raced across the field, Magnanimity sprinting while Gracia flew.
I activate the trap. Tsukuretsu armor,
Fluttershy said. The card flipped up, and a suit of armor appeared over Tantan, a spear flying over Gracia.
Since you declared an attack, my trap will destroy Gracia.
No, it won't. From my hand, I change the effect of Harmony Spirit Rhesus. Twilight discarded the card again. The effect of your targeting card is negated. The spear in the air hit a ghostly specter of Rhesus, and the 2 dissolved into nothingness. Gracia reached Tantan and kicked it backwards, while Magnanimity fired an orb of blue magic at Calilosa. Fluttershy looked away as their holograms exploded. Fluttershy life points, 2200. Twilight lowered her hand from her dual disc. Your move, Fluttershy. On the side of the field, the students were now cheering for Twilight. She blustered her calls. I guess I'm doing well. She saw a couple of new students coming closer to watch her as well. Oh yeah! Go and kick her butt, Twilight! Oh man, I like to step fight!
I draw.
Fluttershy glanced at her card and discarded it.
I activate the effect of Bellerophon, and discard a card too.
Hang on, Twilight grinned. I think I have the hang of this chaining rule, so I'm activating my own card. It's a trap. Harmony Song! The card flipped on the field, and a melodious wave of music came from it. Since I control a Harmony Spirit monster, I can discard another Harmony Spirit, and if I do, you're forbidden from special summoning for the rest of the turn! Fluttershy gasped.
Oh no.
She looked at her hand.
Oh my.
Twilight felt a pang of guilt. She's reliant on swarming the field with low-level monsters, then powering them up. Now that she just had that serenity return stopped cold. I draw a card due to the effect of Magnanimity as well. Twilight looked at her card and looked at it, then turned her attention back to Fluttershy. So what's next?
I activate Monster Recovery.
Fluttershy took Pomeco's card off her dual disc.
I summon Pomeco and all cards in my hand into the deck, then draw the same number of cards that were in my hand.
She folded her cards up and put them into the top of her deck, her dual disc rapidly shuffling them. Fluttershy picked up her new hand and fanned them out. There. C9 looked over at Twilight.
I'm not out yet, Twilight. I tribute my Fluttershy and summon Behemoth, the king of all animals.
Fluttershy danced from the field. A large white image appeared from behind Fluttershy, came into focus. Twilight stepped back at the sight, eyes wide. A massive pink and purple monster loomed over the field, cuffs with broken chains wrapped around its paws. Curved horns rose to the air on either side of a massive mane of dark fur. Drill dripped from the beast's fall as it roared loudly. Attack points 2,700. 15 points. 15 defense points 1,500. Behemoth.
Behemoth normally needs 2 monsters for its tribute summon, but I can tribute with only 1 monster by decreasing Behemoth's attack points to 2,000.
Fluttershy explained. Behemoth growled and shuddered as the sap took its effect of an aura of red light. 2,000 attack points, 1,500 defense points.
Additionally, with each monster tributed to summon Behemoth, I can return a beast monster in my graveyard to my hand.
Fluttershy held up the lever wand to show it to Twilight.
Next, my battle phase. Behemoth, attack Equestria!
Behemoth roared again and bounded over to Fluttershy's head to charge the next Twilight. Don't forget, since I discarded the Harmony Spirit my turn, my Harmony Spirits can't be destroyed in battle.
I know, but Behemoth can still harm your life points.
Behemoth reached Gracia and slammed a paw into it, pitching it to the side. It hit the ground heavily and groaned. Twilight life points, 1,200.
I end my turn.
Twilight looked at the Behemoth as it stomped back to Fluttershy. She laughed. Are you sure you don't play this game a lot? Because you seem really good. Fluttershy smiled sheepishly.
Thank you. I'm surprised I remember how to use this deck even. I haven't played in a long time. Not since 2 years ago.
What happened?
Sunset Shimmer came.
Twilight paused. What? Fluttershy bit her lip.
I used to play all the time. I never really cared if I won or lost. I just had fun playing with my friends.
She looked down at her deck and closed her eyes.
Everyone always made fun of me because I played using low-level monsters like these. But my friends defended me and told them I played the way I wanted to, and that was what was really important.
Fluttershy looked to either side of the field, Twilight doing so as well. Watching students had grown into a small crowd, Twilight heard tears for both of them coming from them.
This is what dueling should be about,
Fluttershy said.
Those tournaments used to bring students together. Kids that never would have spoken to each other met and mingled for the tournament. They made new friends, traded cards, shared strategies, and cheered for each other.
She smiled and put her hand on her chest.
They say you reveal who you really are through your deck and strategies. So I always thought that dueling was a way for people to communicate their true selves to each other. I know that may seem silly, but it sort of happened.
She frowned and shook her head.
Now said Sunset Shimmer. Now it's just about proving you're the best. No one has fun anymore. No one makes friends over dueling. It's just a competition. I couldn't stand it. Everyone kept challenging me to improve their rank since they thought I was weak. So I just gave it up and hid my deck and disc in my locker.
Twilight listened intently as Fluttershy poured her out to her. When she sensed Fluttershy was done, she nodded. Sunset ruined this game for everyone. But if you truly love it, you can still play with your friends, right?
I used to.
Fluttershy closed her eyes.
Applesack and Rainbow Dash got caught up in the competition and went off on their own. Pinkie was in charge of running the tournaments. And then when she got the new ranking system to oversee, she never had time to play anymore. And Verity just gave it up because everyone was so bitter over it all. I haven't dueled a friend in a long time.
She looked up and opened her eyes.
Twilight, win or lose, this has been a really fun duel. Thank you.
Twilight smiled warmly. You're welcome, Fluttershy.
Now, take your turn.
Fluttershy pumped her fist and winked.
If you can win it, do it.
Right. Twilight drew her card with force and flipped it over. I summon Harmony Spirit Pietas, a light blue spirit with a multi-hued head of hair and strong pair of feathered wings floating into the field. It spun in place and kicked the air before posing its fist held out. Attack points 1,600. Defense points 800. Next, I activate the monster, effect of the monster I just drew. Harmony Spirit Magia. Twilight discarded her card. The image of a pale lavender fairy with a long horn appeared. She held out her hand and cried out, and an aura of magic appeared over her hand and horn. Fluttershy looked down, and its light shined over from her graveyard.
What?
By discarding Magia from my hand, I can banish any spell into either player's graveyard and copy its effect. Twilight leaned forward. And I choose your rush recklessly. Fluttershy gasped.
No!
A card flew out from Twilight Fluttershy's duel disc into Magia's hand. The fairy flipped it over to show the card back to Fluttershy. The two vanished to the light. By the effect of rush recklessly, the power of Pietas increases by 700 for the rest of the turn. Pietas twitched, cried out as an aura of blue light surrounded its fists. Attack point 1600 to 2300. Fluttershy thrust out her hand. Pietas! Attack Behemoth! The flare flapped its wings and zoomed across the field. A fist held out. Behemoth roared high as the high-speed punch connected, the force sending it toppling to his side. Fluttershy winced and looked up at Pietas floating around. Gracia, Magnolia, attack! Direct attack! The two spirits came up beside Pietas in the air and held out their hands. Orbs of yellow-white light manifested in their palms and shot towards Fluttershy. It slammed to the ground at her feet and exploded in rays of light and cloud of smoke. Fluttershy! Twilight ran across the field and stopped in front of the fading smoke. Fluttershy was on her knees and looked up at Twilight.
I'm fine. It's just holocrans, remember? It does that stuff for dramatic effect.
Oh, Twilight blessed. Right.
That was great.
You like Twilight? Sure, yeah. Both of you girls are just completely awesome. Twilight turned her head. The students watching them were applauding loudly, whooping and throwing their arms up. She smiled and looked down at Fluttershy. Thanks for the duel. She held out her hand. Fluttershy let Twilight pull her up.
No, Twilight, I have to thank you. I haven't had so much fun with this game in years.
I'm glad. Twilight looked back at her school, expressing darkening. But it won't be fun tomorrow. The tournament begins then? Fluttershy nodded.
Mm-hmm. The top 16 students with the best win-loss ratios by the 4 in the afternoon move on to organized brackets. The semifinals and finals happen the day after.
So the finals take place on the last day. I have to make it to the finals and win before midnight to make it home with my crown. Twilight breathed deep. Any advice?
Win. Unfortunately, it's that simple.
Broken Bonds. Chapter 4. I discard Harmony Spirit Magia and activate its effect. Twilight flipped her card out from her hand and discarded it. I copy the effect of your monster reborn and revive Harmony Spirit Ricius. Then my three monsters attack. Ricius, Garcia, and Magnanimity held their hands together and sent a tricolor beam of pink, yellow, and white light across the field. Fluttershy looked away as Blade Rabbit, Baby Raccoon Tantan, and Sea Koala were consumed by the blast. Twilight watched the display of her dual disc, clicked Fluttershy's life points to 0. Twilight's portrait soon to fill the display as her win-loss record updated to 4-1. You're really getting the hang of this, Spike nodded. Twilight nodded. It's pretty overwhelming to read all those rules in one sitting, but in practice it isn't so hard. Most of these cards tell you when to use them anyway.
Twilight?
She looked up to see Fluttershy approaching her, her dual disc deactivated.
I was happy to help you practice, but I have to get going home now.
Twilight looked at her dual desk. As it exited during duel mode, he saw the time display. It was almost 6 o'clock. Sure, of course. Twilight waved. Thanks for all the help. I really learned a lot.
You're welcome.
Fluttershy waved and headed to the school. Well, Spike? Twilight deactivated her dual disc and held her backpack on her shoulders. Guess we should get going home. She took 2 steps and froze. Twilight? Spike tugged on her sock. You don't have a home in this world. I know! Twilight thought quickly. Oh, let's see. They might have a library in this world, but I probably don't have permission to sleep there. Celestia may know of a place, or Fluttershy. Fluttershy! She ran into the school, Spike running in after her. Twilight reached through the halls until she found Fluttershy's locker. The girl herself at the other end of the hall with books in her arms. Fluttershy! Fluttershy turned.
Yes?
Twilight ran to her, pausing to catch her breath and putting her hands on her knees. I was wondering... She stood up and smiled. In honor of our newfound friendship, would you be willing to partake in a sleepover? Fluttershy tilted her head.
Well, I suppose that wouldn't be a problem. Will your parents mind?
Not likely. Nope. Already checked in with them. Twilight grinned brightly.
Okay.
Fluttershy smiled and tipped her head forward.
Go with me. I drive to school.
Drive? Twilight followed Fluttershy through the halls, wondering what she meant. They emerged from another side of the school, up to the field to a black pavement. Rows of yellow lines sectioned off to rectangles, and a few of them were metal objects of various shapes and colors. Fluttershy headed towards one object, and Twilight followed. She saw Fluttershy pull a ring of keys from her pocket and press a button on one of them. The metal object in front of them beeped and clicked. Beep beep!
Here we are.
Fluttershy pulled open the door to the far side of the object. Twilight found a handle for hers and pulled it open. She sat down in a chair inside, waiting for Spike to jump into her lap before closing the door. She frowned and suited off to her backpack, setting it by her feet. Beside her, Fluttershy tossed her backpack into the back seat and pulled a strip of metal material hanging at her side over her chest.
Buckle up.
She clipped the metal flap onto the object of her shoulder and took a seat. Twilight watched her and copied her actions, finding a slot to insert the flap to. Fluttershy inserted another object into the ring from her pocket, into the shaft leading into the wheel in front of her, turning it. Twilight jumped as the object roared to life and hummed, lights around them blinking on. Fluttershy looked behind her and took a hold of the wheel. The object slowly moved back and turned until Twilight could see the street looking forward. Fluttershy looked forward, it turned the wheel, and they moved towards the street.
So, this is like a carrot, right?
She asked, glancing at Fluttershy.
You've never ridden in a car before?
Well, I've heard of them, but my family didn't use them.
Oh,
Fluttershy smiled.
don't worry. I'll drive slow.
Twilight had a sigh. Thank you, I have to admit, I'm not quite... The car exited the parking lot, gaining speed as Fluttershy turned down the street. Twilight gasped and leaned back as they accelerated. Of all the jokes that they did back on the movie, this is the one I'm sad that they didn't do. Fluttershy pulled in the driveway of her modest two-story home and turned the key.
Here we are.
She unbuckled her seatbelt and leaned back to take hold of her backpack.
Don't forget your bag.
Fluttershy slammed her door and walked away. In the passenger seat, Twilight gasped for breath as she sat plastered to the back of her seat, her fingers gripping on the side slightly. The last 5 minutes of her life were burned into her mind as a blur of sight and loud sounds. On her lap, Spike slowly turned to look up at her. Twilight? Spike? Can we walk back home tomorrow?
Sure we can.
Twilight carefully unbuckled her seatbelt and opened her door. She took a shaky step into the driveway, grabbed her backpack, and slowly walked forward. Fluttershy was waiting for her nearby, the key ring in her hand. The car behind her beeped, and Twilight screamed, jumping away. Beep beep!
Sorry.
Fluttershy held up her keys.
Was just locking the door.
Right, Twilight squeaked. She hissed away from the car and joined Fluttershy in the path to the house. Fluttershy turned and led the way into the door. She unlocked it and pushed it open.
I'm home.
She called softly. Twilight stood in the doorway as Fluttershy slipped off her boots and slipped them to a mat on the side. A hallway leading to a staircase stretched in front of them. Twilight saw doorways to rooms on the other side. She looked at the pile of shoes on the map in front of her, then at her own boots. She reached down and fingered the laces.
Fluttershy.
A woman wearing glasses with red hair tied in a bun emerged from the doorway.
Why didn't you call? I was beginning to worry. Sorry, Mom.
Fluttershy hugged her tightly.
I was busy making a new friend.
She stepped aside and gestured to Twilight. Twilight looked up, preoccupied with undoing the laces of her boots, and waved. Fluttershy's mother noticed the newcomer at the door, came closer.
Well, hello there. I'm Mr. Psy.
Twilight recognized the hairstyle and glasses now, and stood to hug the familiar woman back, while she put her arms around her.
Nice to meet you. I'm Twilight Sparkle.
She awkwardly stepped out of her boot as Mr. Psy pulled away.
And this is Spike.
She gestured down. Mr. Psy looked down at Spike and knelt and scratched his chin.
Well, isn't he adorable?
Twilight giggled as Spike closed his eyes, tilted his head up to her attention. Mr. Psy finished and gave him a pat on the head.
Fluttershy, dinner's a little late tonight. We didn't know when you would be home. Zephyr hasn't checked in either. We're not sure where he is.
Fluttershy's expression soured.
Does he check on the sofa in the basement? That's usually where I find him.
Mr. Psy scowled to wave a hand.
Oh, be nice. He's still finding his path.
She looked behind her. Twilight pursued at the kitchen.
Fluttershy, would you mind giving me a hand scraping dinner together? Sure, just a moment.
Fluttershy turned to Twilight.
I can show you my room if you like.
That'd be nice. Twilight smiled and gestured her hand.
Be right back, Mom.
Fluttershy stepped up the stairs and Twilight followed. She led Twilight down a hallway of one of 5 doorways and pressed it open. Twilight looked around. A bedroom of various shades of green, yellow, and pink greeted her. Fluttershy set her backpack on the bed.
If you like, you can use my computer. Or you can help me and Mom.
Twilight saw a desk against one wall. The Feinstein looked vaguely familiar to the ones in the computer lab, but the screen was thinner, and a large box held a different array of slots in the front. Actually, I wouldn't mind being able to use the computer.
Go ahead.
First, I pressed the button on the box, and Twilight heard it begin to hum. The screen lit up with various rows of tests and graphical displays came into focus.
I have a sleeping bag in my closet I could sleep in if you went to bed.
I don't mind the floor. First, I gasped.
Oh no, I can't do that. You're a guest.
Twilight smiled and shook her head. Same old Fluttershy, all right. We can talk about it later, then.
Okay, if you want a drink, just come on down.
First, I waved at her and left the room. Along with Spike, Twilight looked at the loop computer. All right, Spike, time to do some research. Hell! Spike jumped up on the desk as Twilight ran through it. Piggy said the internet could be looked up to use information. That sounds like a start. Fluttershy's computer screen was now showing a large picture of a forest with various icons on the bottom of the screen. Twilight looked them over and found one labeled Internet Safari. Well, I found the internet. She reached out and pressed an icon on the screen. It began to bounce in place and a box sprang out from it. Twilight watched as an image of Caroline High filled the screen with various headers and text along the top. Seems pretty straightforward. She looked over the headers. Faculty, upcoming events, map, contact. She pressed a figure at the upcoming events, and the list dropped down from it. Twilight's eyes lit up at one of the entry. The Autumn Crown Tournament. She pressed the entry. The screen changed, and the now familiar posters of the tournament appeared on either side. Text followed soon after. Yeah? I know how it reads down below. I know what you're expecting. You're expecting me to do that joke. Well, no. I refuse to do the Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged hair guy voice for this next line. You cannot make me do it. We'll give you 20 extra bucks in your next paycheck.
Attention Duelist! The Caroline High Knife Animal Autumn Crown Tournament begins October 8th. Don't miss this chance to show your skills and prove that you have what it takes to rule the duel. Speak to Pinkie Pie before October 7th to sign up.
I saw more text farther down the screen as she cut off. She pointed at it, and there was another moment downward motion of a finger made the page scroll and keep reading. Here we go. Rules. All duelists must have a deck of no less than 40 cards and a side deck of no more than 15 cards. Both will be registered the day of the tournament, and unregistered cards may not be used in tournament duels. The tournament is a single elimination divided into 2 days. Day 1 will take place on Saturday. Duelists will compete in 3 duels between 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. At 4 p.m., the 16 duelists with the best win-loss ratio will advance to the bracket matches. The quarterfinals will be held the next day and continue through the evening for the finals. So I stepped back and thought, Sunday night. We should have just enough time to beat Sunset Shimmer. Couldn't get close, though. Spike frowned and scratched his ear. Any idea how we're going to beat her? She's so good. Maybe we could get some. Until I reached the end of the text and saw more headers. One of them read directory, as he tapped it. A row of pictures displaying numerous students with their names below. A few of them looked familiar. Trixie was in this world. Maybe all sorts of ponies I know from Equestria are here. Who's this Starlight Glimmer girl? Until I looked over the rows of pictures for any signs of Sunset Shimmer, or her friends. I found neither. There was a question mark picture labeled Wallflower Blush. Buttons at the bottom of the screen were displayed the option for the next page, one that read Search. Until I tapped the ladder, a small window appeared on the cursor. Okay, let's see. Until I put her hands on the keyboard and paused. The layout of the keys were a bit different, but it was vaguely similar to typewriters in Equestria. She slowly typed, watching her fingers move to make sure they went right to the letters. S-U-N. She spelled out Sunset's name. As she typed, rows of students grew smaller and smaller until there was only one picture on the screen. Oh, who is this? This is Tempest Shadow. Why do I want her? Twilight reached up and tapped on Sunset's icon. There she is, Spike muttered. Twilight waved for the screen to fill in with numerous data fields, including a large picture of Sunset on the left. Her arm held up to display a large red and orange duel disc. Win-loss record for the autumn semester. O&O? Twilight raised an eyebrow. Really? She does a dueling one? Maybe everyone's afraid to duel her, Spike suggested. I mean, if she is the champion. Right, current ranking champion. Year 4th. Deck? Twilight tilted her head. That has to be an error. What? Spike leaned around and screamed to see better. Deck not available? He looked at Twilight. How could you not know what type of deck she uses? Twilight scratched her head. Maybe they don't list it because she's a champion. Although, if she's so good, wouldn't everyone know anyway? She looked over the rest of Sunset's profile, but found nothing of value. Any fields relating to information about her deck were listed as NA. At the bottom was a listing of her rankings in past tournaments. For the previous 2 autumn tournaments, as well as the 2 spring tournaments, Sunset was the champion. Twilight mentally calculated the 2.5-year time limit on the mirror portal. No ranking for the first spring tournament when she arrived. But even when she got here, she wasn't good enough to win yet, or she missed it. On the other field for other information, it simply acknowledged Sunset was the champion for 4 tournaments running. She tapped the search button and typed in another name. Her own portrait appeared on the screen and Twilight groaned. The picture, peeking and taking her recoiling, and raising her arm to defend herself from the unfamiliar camera was there. She opened her profile and read. Her deck team was listed as unregistered, and win-loss record was 4-1 as before. That's good. Sunset Shimmer's deck may not be known, but neither is mine. That'll give me an edge. She stopped once more, then went back to search the type, and the first name that sprang to mind. R-A... When the rows of pictures had narrowed to 1, Twilight opened Rainbow Dash's profile. The alternate form of a friend. At once, so familiar but so different, appeared on the left. Twilight let out a low whistle. Wow. Win-loss record this semester. 43-6. Deck, UA. Spike shook his head. UA? What's that mean? I don't know, but it seems tough. Twilight scrolled down the page. According to these notes, she placed in the top 4 past 3 tournaments, and the top 8 the 4th before them. Well, Spike watched as Twilight brought up the search bar again. Look for rarity, he suggested. It's still wagging. Twilight rolled her eyes with a smile and typed in another name. Win-loss ratio, 19-8. Deck, Crystal Beast. Useful notes, placed top 8 autumn tournament in 3rd year. Spring tournament, 4th year. She's beautiful. Spike stared dreamily at the girl in the profile picture. She might even be prettier than the other rarity. Down, boy. Twilight reached out to pat Spike on the head. He gave a slight growl, backed away from the touch. Twilight smiled at him and turned her attention back to the computer. A couple of searches later confirmed that all 5 of her Ponyfield friends were here. Fluttershy's deck was listed as Beast. Pinky's deck was listed as something called Toons. And Applejack's was listed as Plant. They all seem to be really cool duelists. Applejack's win-loss record is almost as good as Rainbow Dash's, 39-4. Twilight sat back in the chair and thought, we may not have to do this on our own. If I can convince my friends in this world to help me, I don't have to win the tournament to stop Sunset Shimmer. As long as I can make sure she doesn't win, anyone could beat her. Spike, do you think they might be willing to help us? I don't know if they're friends in this world, but if they're like our Ponyfield friends, maybe we could talk to them. Twilight looked at the desk where Spike had been sitting. Found it empty. Spike? Twilight! Over here! Twilight turned her head. Spike had jumped to the bed and was looking at the picture on the wall over the head. Twilight stood and walked over to see what the picture he had gotten and noticed. She gasped softly. That's them. She reached up and looked at the picture to look at it. A photograph of Fluttershy with Rainbow Dash, Pinkie Pie, Applejack, and Rarity were in the frame. The 5 were younger now, but Twilight recognized the school in the background as CHS. She smiled. They are friends. Where? Twilight jumped and snapped her head up. Fluttershy stood in the doorway, looking away, stroking her arm. Twilight stood up on the bed and looked back at the picture to figure out how it hung. I'm sorry, really. I wasn't trying to snoop or anything. I just saw the picture. It's okay. Fluttershy reached out to take the picture for Twilight and looked down at it with a soft smile. We took this at the end of the first year. I already knew Rainbow Dash as a kid, but not really any of the others. We got met up over time and bonded. Outside of Rainbow Dash, I hadn't had any friends before. Twilight stepped out for the bed. What happened? Sunset Shimmer came. Fluttershy carefully set the picture down on her dresser. The duel tournaments were all for fun. That's why Pinkie volunteered to host them. Then, when Sunset joined the school, she made it all about the competition to win. It was her first idea to get the champion special privileges, since she all worked so hard for it. She acted so sweet and nice that first year. We all thought it was a good idea. Then she got her crown and showed us what she was really like. Fluttershy shook her head.
Now Pinky's too busy keeping the school's dueling database updated to play. Albus, Jack, and Rainbow Dash almost hate each other, and Rarity just drifted away with everyone else driven apart. And me, I'm just stuck with my low-level deck with no one to play with.
She looked back to Twilight.
Again, wishing someone nice would win over Sunset Shimmer so here, so maybe we could do something to change it. But no one remembers how it used to be. Everyone is just so obsessed with winning, or they're so bitter over it they don't care.
Twilight looked at the picture. 5 smiling faces looking back to her. They were happy back then. Then Sunset Shimmer ruined it. But why? Does this school mean so much to her? What does Duel Monsters have to do with Equestria and my element of harmony? She put aside that thought for later and raised her head. Well, not anymore. You're right. Dueling is for fun. I may have never played before, but I still had a lot of fun playing it today. Fireside face brightened.
Really?
Twilight nodded. Maybe together we can remind us for what this game should be about.
I don't know about that.
Fluttershy bit her lip.
Albus and Rainbow are some of the best duelists in school. I think Pinky is in the tournament just to see how things go. Maybe Rarity, but I didn't register.
Are you still friends with Pinky?
Well, we occasionally chat.
Call her. See if she'll bend the rules, let you in late. Twilight reached out to hold Fireshide's hand. I know you only duel for fun, but standing up for something you believe in is one of the most important things anyone can do for a friend. And if we're going to beat Sunset Shimmer, I want your help. Fireside went down her hands and then back to Twilight, giving a tentative smile.
Okay, I'll do my best. Let me give her a call.
She carefully took her hand back and picked up the cordless phone on her dresser. Walking out the hall, she dialed. Twilight smiled at Spike. Well, that's one ally. Now what? Now? Twilight made her way back to the computer and sat down. We're going to need to find out these online tutorials Pinky mentioned. If Sunset Shimmer is the best player in the school at this game, we're going to need to learn how to play it fast. Twilight looked at the row of icons and text at every top of the internet browser. Pressed her fingers on the screen. It was the one that said, YouTube video hosting. Montage!